joining us for some really exciting Super Smash Brothers Ultimate action this Saturday afternoon. I'm Soteria.
Yes, and I'm Karate Cat, and here with us we have 35 of Singapore's finest gamers, finest Smash Ultimate gamers that is, here to compete for the coveted title of winning Autopilot Club X. We have a huge trophy actually designed by Hatred.
Oh, we have a trophy.
Yes, I believe we have a trophy, an actual trophy to commemorate hitting double digits in our Autopilot Club.
Oh my gosh, that's quite hype. I actually have no idea what the trophy looks like, but it's also a better idea, like, if you don't. Because I don't know, have you heard of the trophy curse?
Oh, that if you know the trophy that you're less likely to win?
Yeah, no, like, if you have, like, touched the trophy, you'll probably, like, lose drastically, like, in that competition. So it's like, do not go anywhere near the trophy if you are playing, like, in the competition. Like, don't jinx yourself.
I have a picture here, but if you'd like me to hide it for the moment so that you
I'm not
Alright.
just show it.
Alright, in which case, here you go. I cannot display it to our viewers, but please trust me that this trophy is indeed very magnificent. Emblazoned with Autopilot Club X first place.
Wow, this is actually quite classy. I am impressed.
Right? Yeah, hopefully this should provide good motivation for all of our players here. And we have a lot of players who are looking to take home this trophy. We have quite a number of our PR in attendance. I believe we have Rebs, we have PK Yeats, we have Sinewave, we have Yesent, and Skull Kid, all from the PR. So half of the PR is in attendance. And but that's not to say that no one else has a shot as well. There are a lot of hidden bosses in the bracket, so any one of these players could take home the victory.
That's right. I think we also have a lot of players, not just from the so-called like grassroots like Smash G scene, but also coming from the university community. I think some names that come to mind are X-Riot, whom we know for his very solid performance like as Bowser, and we also have most of y'all would know him as Prof. He goes by the tag Useless. He also plays Bowser, Youngling, Game & Watch. But right now on the screen it seems that we are almost going to be going into round 1 if it's not a button check first.
Yes, we have Anri on the Lucina, the trusty Lucina, versus megidalyne. We've seen Anri before in action, but this is the first time I'm seeing megidalyne, and the Ganondorf.
Alright,
you can never count out the Ganondorf. Yes, they are swinging. This looks like they're going straight into the action, and oh, very nice recovery right there from megidalyne, snapping straight back to ledge. Ganondorf ledge hang actually being one of the best in the game, but nice little jab lock there from Anri into the double up there.
Yeah, I mean with Ganon, he has all of these really explosive hitboxes, but then once you're in the air, that's Lucina's time to shine, right? Because it's nice to just whack him off the stage with forward air.
Yeah.
And right now, if you can get that kill and
very nice F smash.
Yes, just to catch him really falling off the side of the edge. Okay, and then now he'll just jump back and he just try to gain advantage from here. Is he able to get back? Yes, he is. Nice delay on the get up.
I like this planking from megidalyne. Like, you saw Anri go for that F smash, but the ledge hang of Ganondorf among the best in the game. One of Ganondorf's best attributes, which is not exactly saying much, but you know, you gotta make advantage of everything you have. But Anri is really putting up the pressure now. Ganondorf struggles at being juggled, and Lucina is one of the best in the game at being juggled, at juggling.
Oh, I don't think he can, yeah, he definitely can't make it back.
A very solid 3-stock lead from Anri right now.
Nice way to catch him after he used up his jump. Once he used up his jump for a lot of characters, there's no way that you can get back reliably.
Especially with Ganondorf. Like, as Ganondorf, you have to use both your air dodge and your jump to make your way back. And Lucina is so good at those edge guards. She can go all the way out there. Oh, but the stomp, the down air, sending Anri straight off the top.
And Ganondorf is still sitting at a very healthy 15%. Alright, trying to go really aggressively with the side B, but then he's just, you know, while Lucina is still in the attachability mode after he's spotted.
Yeah, I mean, like, Ganondorf just needs like 3 big hits in order to kill you. Like an F smash right now will kill you. Oh, but that's it. The jump is gone.
I mean, a Fed and the range will kill you as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's really trying to get in with a lot of those side Bs, and then like, if you're Anri, you can kind of predict it, right? Where it's just like this guy is like falling behind. He just wants to get like one good hit in order to win neutral to try to take it from there. And I mean, for Ganondorf, for all that we say about his terrible disadvantage state recovery options, he can actually kill you like really early.
Yeah, but he needs to kill you very early, because if he doesn't, then you saw what happens right there. Ganondorf himself gets killed really early. And we're seeing a switch to the Ike. I like the change. I like the change.
Yeah.
Ganondorf doesn't really have the burst options. Like, even with the side B, like you said, it's quite slow, predictable. But Ike, on the other hand, he has the range, he has the sword to compete with Lucina. So we're running it back to PS2. I don't mind the stage pick out. Let's see how the character pick works out for megidalyne.
Yeah, it's really interesting here. We also just seeing like a side B, which is one of the options that he actually did as Ganon as well. But with Ike, you know, he has that huge nair, and that nair can be a really good combo starter as well. So we can see if he can be able to use it judiciously, like what we saw in the attempt just now.
Yeah, the side B from Ike, the quick draw, very, very fast option, very good recovery tool. Oh, but the up B, Lucina can counter the up B from Ike, but he looks like Anri doesn't use B2. megidalyne goes too low.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing with... Oh, no, I don't
And
know.
another unfortunate
Yeah.
SD from megidalyne, getting pineappled by the PS2 stage, and we are back to a solid 3-stock lead for Anri. If he can just play it safe, play it careful, then he will. It looks like he'll definitely take home this game, unless megidalyne pulls out a massive comeback right now.
Yeah, and I just like the attempt that Anri was making at just like poking and trying to approach selectively and just really taking advantage of where megidalyne is trying to go. And with that back air with that fed, no.
Yeah, it sends him at a
horrible.
horrible angle, right in the diagonal corner. There's no way that megidalyne can recover from that. And a very nice face-off coming out from Anri.
Yeah, that's right. And I think in that situation, especially when you're playing against Lucina, like she is so good in the air, and you know, the minute that you get off stage, it's like, okay, she's going to drift off me, she's going to bear, she's going to fair. And I'd say if you try to attack like aggressively, like she can just counter, and then like you will be in a terrible position from there. I think if I'm megidalyne in that situation, it's like, yeah, you know, I would be really panicky, and then I think that led to just up being like a bit too soon. And unfortunately, like Ike's up B wasn't able to grab the ledge, and he was just plummeting to his death.
Yeah, Lucina's pressure can be insane because Lucina is like one of the best characters in the game at neutral. She doesn't have the long combo strings. She has like the neutral air 1 into F smash, and she has like a couple of setups with Dancing Blade, and as well as the upper strings on the platforms. But all in all, Lucina thrives on good neutral, good juggling, good edge guards, right? And we saw that right here in this game. Really good edge guards on the Ganondorf. It's like Ganondorf is susceptible to being edge guarded, but you also have to prove that you're good at edge guarding, right? Because Ganondorf does have some mix-ups. Ganondorfs, you know, they can be tricky sometimes. You know, they're so used to being gimped off stage that they've developed a lot of counterplay to it. So
yeah, that's quite interesting. I mean, for most players, like let's say you would think that you just have like the up B, but you also have like a double jump and an air dodge, right? Just at the very least to have those three resources, and then you have some characters with side Bs that can also grab the ledge, so you can mix it up, just kind of like horizontally or vertically, right? Because if you're the opponent and you know that you can only recover in like in one direction, that will make it very easy to exploit their patterns and to just get that edge guard.
yeah, so good stuff to Anri, who proceeds on in winner's bracket. I believe our next match would be Blind versus Chesapeake. Chesapeake. Forgive my pronunciation.
Oh, interesting. I know Blind plays Rob. You know what Chesapeake plays?
I have no idea.
I believe I've seen his tag around. I just don't have a recollection of what characters.
Yeah, this is why pools are so interesting, because you never know what characters you're going to get. You know,
Yeah.
like further down the bracket, you get all the traditional characters, you get all those high tiers, but here, this is where the Ganondorfs, you know, the Lil Max, everyone thrives. Like the low tier characters have a chance to prove themselves in pools, and I really like seeing this, because you never know what's going to happen. There could always be a massive upset. Yeah.
Of course, and you see people who just play like so-called low tiers, like Ganondorf or like Incineroar, and they just do really well with them, right? I mean, they have a lot of cheese, and if you don't know how to get around that, and you don't try to play at least a little bit intelligently, you are just going to get slapped around sometimes.
It is definitely a matchup check, and it's like, for low tier characters like Ganondorf, Dr. Mario, Isabelle, Lil Mac, right? You know that they probably know the matchup very, very well because they're used to their character. And since if you're playing a high tier, then it's more likely they've been exposed to the type of playstyle that high tier characters have. So yeah, you always have to be careful when you're fighting in pools, right? Because you don't want to like get knocked out round 1 because of matchup inexperience, especially against a character that you know you can beat if you had that matchup experience.
Yeah, of course. And I think it's just really fascinating what the demographics of the character mains that we see in this tournament also say about the Singapore scene. Like, I remember there was this Japanese tweet that went kind of viral about Singapore character usage chart. And a lot of players are just like, dude, why are there so many Incineroars? Why are there so many Terrys? Maybe people just want the Anga Banga smash and they just bring that energy into the tournament. You know what I'm saying?
I, for one, I really like Incineroar, and you know, I think Incineroar is underrated. I'm just gonna go out there and say it. Like SkyJ with the Incineroar getting second at that big tournament. Yeah, yes. So we're going to go into a bun check first, but as I was saying, SkyJ, right, at that one European tournament, he got second, losing only to Siski with solo Incineroar with a massive 10-set losers run.
Was it the Odyssey? The one
It was not the Odyssey, that was the most recent one.
Oh, okay.
The winner of that one was T.
Yes.
Second place with Cosmos. So, you know, very good stuff to both players. Although, of course, they're using the more, like, traditional high-tier characters.
Yeah.
Pac-Man for T, and then Pyramithra and Corrin, which was an interesting pick, you know. I like seeing the Corrin out from Cosmos. The Corrin did beat T in winner's semi